right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 611 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am Via Ball. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. Georgia Southern gets two more commits, man. I mean, Georgia Southern look like they're on their way. One of these guys probably going to be able to play right away. A guy that we've been, it's more of a need, but I think we got a phenomenal player out of one of them. And the other guy's going to be playing in 2024. And I love the fact that he's going to be playing in 2024 because he's not too far from where I am. And once again, it gives me an opportunity to actually go see some of his high school games coming up this upcoming season. So it's a real exciting time. Once again, if you are a Georgia Southern Eagle, and I'm really, really ecstatic to see not only what these two guys can do, but the rest of these guys that are on the football field for the Eagles can do as well. So it's going to be really, really cool. If this is your first time here, welcome. I can be found on the YouTube and Rumble. I'm also on Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple and Google Podcasts. Just a quick update. Stitcher is going to be going down sometime in the next couple of months or so. I got a notification. I think they're going to be moving everything over to Pandora. So my podcast will, by default, will be on Pandora within the next, coming month. So I'll keep you updated on that. If you are on Stitcher, or if you're not on Pandora, or if you are on Pandora, you may be able to get access to the podcast then. So that's really cool. Also, I can be followed on Twitter at VFBaller, where I talk about things that don't really make it to the show too much. And also, you can check out the website, firstandframerates.com, firstandframerates.com. Let's just go ahead and get into this because I want to talk about Keon Davis first, the wide receiver, 6'1", 187 pounds, out of Covington, Georgia. I think that's what it said. He's out of Covington, Georgia, Newton High School. Listen, I already made a commitment to go down to Macon to see another wide receiver play that has committed to Georgia Southern. I think I'm gonna make this trip as well to go see Keon Davis throughout the football season. So I already got it on my calendar for the Macon trip. I think I'll go see oh goodness, I can't remember his name. Just slipped my mind that quick. I do apologize. But an excellent looking receiver out of Macon, and I'm going to go see him. And now I'm going to see Keon Davis as well. So it's going to be awesome because now I'm going to get to see these guys up front, up close and personal. I can give you any feedback or what I see on the field, watching these guys play throughout the season. And I also give me a chance to get out and watch some Friday night football because Friday night football is the bomb up here in this area, the Atlanta area, even all across the mid to South Georgia. I mean, the high school football lives, and it's really awesome to see. I haven't seen high school football in person in probably about 15 years. So this would be a good opportunity to do so. It's one of the reasons why I love the fact that I have moved back to the Georgia, Atlanta area so I can go see all this talent. So I can't wait to see this. A 3-star recruit for 2024. And we're looking at receivers like crazy, man. I mean, and not only that, and there's nothing against the guys that we have now, but we're getting like real bona fide receivers. I mean, we started with Durham Burgess, but now it's like, with the not just athletes, we're getting like guys who are going to be, out here actually playing wide receiver, with Durham Burgess, Marcus Sanders, those type of guys. And now we're starting to get Keon Davis, Callaway. I think his name was Callaway. We got a handful of people that are just going to be here. That's going to be really good. JC, the class of 2024 is looking really nice, and I cannot be more excited. And with the quarterbacks we bringing in as well, Coach Clay Helton has this team really on all cylinders. Are going to be like a revolving door of next man up. Reload every year. And we're going to have guys that's going to be able to go out there and catch the football, and have guys that can throw the football. It's very, very different from what we used to be about. Georgia Southern was all about the run game, and now it's just telling you that, look, we're going to run the ball still. Don't get it twisted. We're going to run the ball. But you better believe we're going to be throwing, for 4, maybe 5,000 yards a season. So it's really amazing just to see what we have here. I'm really, really surprised at what's going on with this team. And it's just a beautiful thing. Keon Davis also had offers from Boston College, East Carolina, Georgia Tech, and Maryland. That's like insane that you have all. It just goes to show you once again the type of teams that we have that are going up against us, and we're still able to get certain players. And for him to be, for Keon Davis to be actually recruited by a Georgia Tech or a Maryland or a Boston College, even in some cases East Carolina, and for us to come out on top and get this recruit, it just goes to show you what type of program, what type of mentality, what type of culture, what type of atmosphere that we're building at Georgia Southern. Coach Clay Helton has been an excellent recruiter so far this year. Ever since he's walked in the door, to be honest, because even the year before, once we saw Calvin Treese and you saw a couple other guys come in, like Mark Stampley and Ashton Whitner, and you had some guys that come in and they're ready to go right away. Kevin Speed. The list could go on and on. All the people I could name that actually came in and were going to be probably contributing right away. Even a lot of the transfers. I can go down that list as well. But once you start getting guys that are getting Power 5 commits or Power 5 offers, and we're still able to get these guys, it just tells you something really cool that's going on here. Now, I want to go back to what I was saying. I did get it mixed up about the guy that was in Macon is Carmelo Mays. I'm going to go see him as well down there in Macon, Georgia. I want to see him go play. It's just going to be really cool to see. Got a couple other guys that are actually out here as well that I may talk about somewhere down the road that I may want to go see as well. But looking at what we have here, man, it is really nice. I'm looking at the 2024 hard commit so far, and I don't want to go down this list. I guess I'll talk about this later once I know that recruiting is completely closed. But when you look at, a Keon Davis, Eli Anders, Carmelo Mays, Jordan Anderson, Latory Williams, Michael Isaac, Tyler Budd, CJ Allen, guys that we already talked about already. The couple of guys that came from the Big Ten is actually coming back to Georgia Southern as transfers. Now, those guys are cornerbacks that used to play at Griffin High School. They're coming back home. And now we got another guy that's coming in. I'm going to talk about him right now as Shamar Bartholomew, the other guy who committed. They used to be at Northwestern. Let me make sure I got that right. He was at the Northwestern State Demons, FCS school. He's from New Orleans, Louisiana. Did not play much. I don't think he played at all in 2022. But if you look at his stats from 2018 on up to 2021, the kid is a ball hawk. He is going to go after the ball. He's going to get an interception somewhere down the line. In 2018, he had 2 interceptions. 2019, he had 4. 2020, he had 1. And 2021, he had 2. Also had a forced fumble in 2019. Look, this kid looked like he's is everything that we need at cornerback. After losing Tyler Bride once, he went up to Minnesota, and then we ended up losing Derek Cantine. We lost Anthony Wilson. We lost a handful of cornerbacks. We lost a handful of defensive backs. We did get some guys come in that's going to be playing. Like I said, the 2 guys from, the Big Ten, one from Purdue and one from Illinois. They both played at Griffin, Georgia. They're going to be coming in. You already have Mark Stampley, which is an excellent kid that's going to be having I think he's going to have a really good sophomore year. I want to talk about him sometime down the road as well. So he's going to be really good for the secondary. And then you also had the transfer from K-State. He's coming. He's going to be there as well. So the secondary, I don't think a lot of people really look at the secondary as I think they should. I think after losing Cantine and Wilson and Tyler Bride, I think we all looked at it like, okay, we're depleted. Actually, not really. Those guys transferred out because they had opportunities to go play elsewhere, but we already had room for guys that was going to come in, or we already had plans to get other guys to come in. So even though we lost a Cantine, McBride, and we lost Wilson, you turn right back around, you get these 2 transfers coming in from Georgia Southern, and you get these 2 transfers that come in for Georgia Southern from Purdue and Illinois, and now you got, Shamar Bartholomew. It's almost like we didn't lose a step. So it's really interesting to see, how well we're getting things done. It is really, really awesome because now we're bouncing right back. We're bouncing right back from where we were, and it's just going to be a beautiful thing. Like I said, we had the safety, TJ Smith, we had Prince Green and Brandon Calloway. I just talked about Calloway earlier. So Calloway came from Purdue Prince Green came from Illinois, and you got T.J. Smith come from K-State. So you got those three guys there that are coming in, already going to be filling the void for what those guys have. Then you have Bartholomew coming in, which I just talked about his numbers. This guy's going to get at least one pick this upcoming season if he hits the field. So this is like a really, really awesome look for Georgia Southern. You know, and you just can't get any better than this. You look at all of these transfers, all these guys who are coming in that are commits, hard commits. You know, I'm looking here on 247.com. We're looking really, really good. I mean, we're looking really good on paper. And the only thing we need to do is just continue to try to get better. We'll try to get better. I didn't even talk about Demel Hickman that from East Carolina. I heard that he was going to be, you know, right in the mix on trying to get things shaken up on the field as well. So, and then we already had a veteran that came in from Washington, you know, Cameron Williams. He comes down from Washington to play at Georgia Southern. I think he was one of our former defensive coordinator guys, but look like he still be hanging around. Former 4-star recruit, playing safety. He looked pretty good in the spring game as well. So can't really, you know, knock what's going on here, guys. 2 more commits that are coming into Georgia Southern, adding on with everything else we already have here. I don't think we have anybody else that's going to be actually signing. I think that's probably going to be it for the recruiting. If anything happens, trust me, I will be talking about it. But it looks like that's going to be it. But hey, looking at what I got, look at what I see. I mean, we're going to be in really good shape. I mean, we're really good. So I'm here for it. Let me know what you guys think about Davis and Bartholomew. Let me know. If you like this commentary, hit the like button, share the podcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I think we're in good hands, guys. I think we're going to be really good. Georgia Southern is going to be a lot better than we were last year. That's my take. I mean, we got too much talent on this team. And I saw somewhere where the power rankings had us like second to last in the Sun Belt. I'm not even going to follow up with that because if anything, I will put us in the top, right above average at best, top, 5, maybe 4, because I don't even know what the rest of the Sun Belt looks like. I just know what we look like right now. We look like we're stacked, but we're definitely not at the bottom. I know that. We're not at one of the bottom teams, so that's crazy. Nevertheless, I can be found on YouTube and Rumble, also on Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. Like I said, Stitcher may be going away. Check if you're on Stitcher, check and see what's going on over there. Maybe in a couple of months they will be dropping Stitcher altogether, moving everything to Pandora. Check all that stuff out. I could be found on VF Baller on Twitter, and the website is firstandframerates.com. I'm going to get up out of here, man. Get ready for Friday, and hopefully you guys are doing the same. I hope you guys had a great week. It's been pretty smooth for me. Not too bad at all. But we'll talk about it then. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy, and y'all be blessed. Y'all have a good night, and peace.